Let's welcome director.
Well, yes, in 2017, about a couple months after I went public, finally, the big change after 110 years happened. That finally male victim can claim before it was only for women to report the case. So that changed, and 2023, the age of consent was updated from 13 years old to 16. So that was one of the big change. But yet, the consent is not included, so that's something that I wish through this film it's gonna change. Thank you. Yes, it's been difficult, and in Japan we haven't yet been able to screen, but hopefully soon it's gonna happen. We are trying to, make that happen. So let's see, because this film for me is love letter to Japan, and hopefully it's gonna happen in Japan. For me, both of Investigator A and Dorman are my heroes. Of course, I think ideal world, if I report the case and if the case got, investigated quick, and if nothing happened, if the arrest happened, I didn't have to go public, I didn't have to write book. If the law wasn't 110 years old, I didn't have to go public. So it's not about these individuals. I think it's more for me, what I want to talk about was the system, the legal system, the media, how we seek the justice. So that's what I want to focus on writing. But for me, these two people are someone who also try in their best way to find out the truth. So I appreciate them. First 2 years was just documenting what was happening around me. So I had no intention to make a film. But when I went public, I realized for Japanese media, it was still difficult to cover. And because I was already a documentary filmmaker, I wanted to tell the stories through the visual way of storytelling. But I didn't know how it was happening to me. But then, right after I went public, I got many backlash and threat. And there were two amazing women from London who Skyped me. It wasn't Zoom time, it was Skype. And they said, why don't you move to London? You can stay with us, one of our apartment. And that was first time I felt like I had safe house, safe place to just really start thinking, making a film or to start recover. And that was the moment I could start thinking about it. And actually one of the women who became a producer of this film and who was also a cameraman for this film, Hannah, decided to go back to Japan with me. She was so brave, and that's how we all started. So without these women's help, I don't think I could have through what I've been through. And that's the beauty of filmmaking. I think the book, I could have done it by myself, but film, I needed a team. And with, this team was like warrior for telling this story. They all had passion to tell this story. And I'm really happy that I could do this process with them. We had amazing 3 editors who was the main editor, more artistic editor, and also consultant editor. And documentary filmmaking, especially dealing with my own story, was really hard sometimes to see subjectively. And so my editor was amazing. Every one of them had experience in Japan. Well, my main editor, who is Japanese British, so she grew up in Japan, but she studied in America, so she could see it from Japanese eyes, but also very international perspective. And so it was important for us to tell this story from both sides of way, not just from Japanese perspective, but also internationally. So that really helped to reconstruct the story, I think. But the editing took quite a long time, and it was most challenging part as director. Actually, the piece of footage that I tried to take my own life away, we discovered 1 year after we started editing. I didn't remember filming that, and my editor went through my iPhone and seeing we need to check if we have seen everything, and we found it. And when we found it, I wasn't comfortable putting that film shot because I didn't want my family to see it, and I felt this is too emotional. But I just have to wear a hat as a director. If I'm making someone else's story, what do I do? And this is something that really happened and the truth to me. But that moment happened, I didn't plan it. It was just like, I think when you are lowest point, you have no energy. And when you start recovering, it's really dangerous. And for me, surviving was important because I didn't want to be a bad example. If I, get all this negative attack, online troll, and if I lost it, I felt like, see, if you talk about sexual violence in public, that's what's going to happen. And that kept me alive. Like, no, I'm going to stand tall. And I think it was a time when I feel like maybe I don't have to do this anymore. Maybe other people start speaking out. I don't have to be on the front line. That was the moment. So it wasn't my lowest, but then it happened. And what helped me after, my friend took me to hospital. I was saved, and we just kept eating spicy food. Yeah, that's what we did after. Like, that's somehow my medicine to stay alive and just stay spicy, and it's just me and my friend just staying together. So I decided not to stay by myself. I was staying with my friends, and so thanks to my friends who always decided to stay together, make sure I eat. And it's been a long journey, but I took one of my best friend to the Oscar together, and it was just a moment, like, we celebrated together. We say, you know what, we survived it through. We went through so many things, but we are so happy that we are here today. So I just want to say, I know it's so hard to being here to watch this film. So thank you so much for being here to start with. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Well, there are many obstacles. I mean, not just Japan. I don't want to just speak about Japan because it's quite difficult. But I think in many different places, when you talk about sexual violence, we need to remember sometimes it comes with the power corruption, and it makes it so difficult. I had a chance to speak at the European Parliament, EU Parliament, and I still hear the stories within an EU Parliament, and it's so hard to share because it comes with power. And I don't want to just point out other places, but look, who's president today in America. There are so many allegations against him, and it's just so hard when it comes with power. And we always have to remember it comes with power corruption. And there are, of course, many more other obstacles, and me and my team are trying our best to pass it through. So hopefully it's going to happen. I think I can say that media is getting better in Japan. Before, I feel like whenever it was about sexual violence cases, media tried to not report it as much to protect the survivors. They felt like they have to, not name them to protect them. But for me, if, the problem is not visible, how do we solve it? So I felt like very bad whenever people try to hide my name. But it's changing, and more people are speaking up, more cases are showing up. So that is a progress, and thanks for all these people who shared and, decided to, speak up. I think it's changing. But that says, I don't want to force anyone to speak up, because the most important thing is to stay survive. Survival is most important. So if that means stay silent, do that. Because I feel like, I've been told that I'm brave, but I'm not. And I don't think it was the best way to survive. For me, making this film really helped, but still, I'm carrying so much things and considering whether if I can go back to Japan or not. So yeah, stay survive is the most important. As long as we can survive, we'll find a way. So please stay survive if someone is struggling here in this room. All right, thank you.